Hello, everybody, and welcome all of you to Unacademy, a platform that has helped thousands of students across the country to crack toughest of examinations with the help of top educators, quality content, and of course, not to forget the great learning experience. Therefore, here I welcome you on Unacademy, and together let us crack 9th and 10th examination with the access to unlimited live and recorded courses from India's best educators. But before that, let me formally introduce myself. I am Tasneem Ahmed, and I have completed my master's and MPhil in English. I have also been certified in TESOL, and I have trained 1,000 plus students, and I have 8 years of professional teaching experience. And today's topic is related to communicative English. That is, include these words in your English. What those words are, I'll share that with you in a little while. But first, let me tell you a little more about what you will get at Unacademy. Well, for starters, you have daily life classes where you can chat with your educator, engage in discussions, ask your doubts, and answer polls all while the class is going on. Number two, you have live tests and quizzes. Number three, you have structured courses. And number four, you have the unlimited access. One subscription gives you the access to all our live and recorded courses. Well, this is our Telegram channel. If you are in 10th grade, then type in 10. If you are in 9th grade, then go ahead and type 9. And once you do that on the Telegram application, you will get connected with Unacademy and all the educators. Well, if you haven't already downloaded the Unacademy Learning application, then this is how you can do that. Well, step number one is for you to go to your Play Store or the application store or App Store and look for Unacademy Learning application. Click on this, install it, and having done that, you'll have to, step three is to manage goals. That is, go for goals, my goals, and then you'll have to select your goal. Goal as in, are you in 9th grade or 10th grade? Whatever you want to go with, you can select the goals, and once you have done that, you will be taken to this page where you will be given plus courses, free courses, special classes, and all the other information will be there. So you can go there, and once you go ahead, once you move ahead, you will be taken to another page that is Unacademy subscription. Well, Unacademy subscription is one of the things that Unacademy offers, and number two, it also offers Iconic subscription. Well, the difference between these two subscriptions is that Iconic subscription comes with mentorship. Well, if you have any kind of doubts or if you have any kind of question that you need to ask, then your mentor is always available for you to answer on the Iconic subscription. Unacademy subscription comes without the mentor. Iconic subscription comes with the mentor. Well, both the subscription are available from 6 months to 48 months with a maximum amount of discount on these courses as you go higher with the duration. You can go ahead and avail or get the subscription for 12 months, which comes with a maximum amount of discount. Well, along with that, you can use my code TA01, which is going to give you additional 10% of discount on the existing discount. That's correct. You will definitely get this discount as well. And along with that, you do get extra additional 10% of discount on the available discount. So you can go ahead and use the code and buy either Unacademy subscription or Iconic subscription and get the benefits of Unacademy learning process. Well, you can also unlock the free content with my code that is TA01. There is free content uploaded on Unacademy which you can easily unlock by following the same steps. Download the Unacademy Learning app, log in, look for the goal, and then go to the menu button and invite code is my code, which is TA01. And then you will be given you will be taken to the page where you have free content available. Having said that, Let us now proceed towards today's topic, which is include these words in your English, that is, in your communicative English. Well, I started this series last week. Every once in a week, I'm going to be coming to you with a bunch of words or sentences that is going to help you in improving your English. And last week, I shared a bunch of sentences that you could use in your communicative English. And today I'm going to be sharing a bunch of idioms. What am I going to share today? I'm going to be sharing a bunch of idioms. Well, idioms are phrases which, in fact, have a kind of hidden meaning to them. Well, let's get started with the first idiom. Well, the first one is to give somebody an edge over something. To give somebody an edge over something. The meaning of this particular idiom is to give somebody an advantage. To give somebody an advantage. How can you use this in your statements? Well, let us take a look at the usages and then try and make a sentence of your own and then see how easy it gets or how you can use it in your conversation. Well, number one, you have this particular sentence, which is these Unacademy classes will give you an edge over your examinations or exams. Well, I'm referring to the classes which you are attending these days, the live sessions, the recorded sessions, or any session for that matter, those sessions which you are attending. Well, this is related to the present scenario in your life, which is these Unacademy classes will give you an edge over your examinations. That means attending. Obviously, you guys are attending, going to your school, attending your school classes, but then that's not enough. You are taking special classes on Unacademy and over others. Others might not be here on Unacademy, but you are. Hence, this is going to be an advantage to you, to your over your examinations comparatively with your others. Therefore, these Unacademy classes will give you an edge over your exams. Next usage is this workshop on grammar concepts can really give you an edge on the quiz competition. Now, here we are talking about the workshop. Now, supposing if you attend the grammar concept that is workshop, then obviously you will get an edge. Concepts can really give you an edge on the quiz competition. That means this workshop is gonna be beneficial, or this workshop is gonna be advantage. I mean, will turn out to be an advantage to you guys over the quiz competition. All right. The next usage is referring these books will give you an edge over your essay writing. Well, you are about to write an essay writing and you have no idea how to go on or how to proceed. So what you can do over here is refer a bunch of books and you do. And I'm suggesting you or I'm telling you that referring these books will give you an edge over your essay writing. That'll give you an advantage over your essay writing. So that's how you use this idiom in your conversation. Moving on, we have the next idiom, which is it's about time, which means used to say often in an annoyed way that something should have happened sooner. It means annoyed as in you're a little frustrated and you are trying to say that it's already late, it should have happened already. So you say that in your language like this. It's about time I started working out. I have been putting it off for a while now. Well, you can notice that I have put on a little because I wasn't like this earlier. But that's because I haven't been working out for a long time. So I am telling it to myself. It's about time I started working out. I have been putting it off for a while now. That means I need to start working out sooner. I have been putting it off for a while now, and I'm a little annoyed, honestly. Next is it's about time you got here. I've been waiting for you for over an hour. Now it's about time you got here. I'm waiting for somebody, maybe for a movie or at the mall or for some reason, or you or I, doesn't matter, whoever. We've been waiting for an hour, for over an hour, not just an hour, over an hour. And you obviously are annoyed and frustrated. So what are you going to say? You call the person and you're like, where on earth are you? It's about time you got here. I have been waiting for over an hour here now. That's how you can react to it. Next usage would be they're getting married. Well, person number one, let us assume there is a character number one. Character number one, character number A says they're getting married. And character number B, who listens to this, responds, well, it's about time. They were engaged for over 2 years. Don't you think they should have been already married by now? But anyway, better late than never. It's about time they got married. So that's how we use this idiom, it's about time. Let's make sure we put the apostrophe here. All right, now the next one is the third one is it's a cakewalk, which means an easy task. And how can we use this in our statements? Well, it's no cakewalk getting a new job during this pandemic. Well, when you add the negative word and or no, it becomes your negative way of saying that it's not easy. You are trying to say it's not easy. If you say it's a cakewalk getting a new job during this pandemic, you are trying to say that it's really easy getting a job. But if you use an or no in front, then you are trying to say that it's not easy getting a new job during this pandemic, which is obviously true. Next one is it's no cakewalk to raise a family on one job, especially if it's a huge family working one job. It's not possible at all. Therefore, here the person can say it's no cakewalk to raise a family on one job. I'll have to look for another job as well or something that'll pay me more. Next is working on Excel is a cakewalk. Now, here again, I'm telling you how easy it is to work on an Excel sheet, right? Well, obviously, it's a cakewalk. I hope you agree with me. Next one is it was a piece of cake, which is similar to the previous one which we learned. That is a cake walk. Now, when you say a piece of cake also means the same thing as I said about the earlier one, that is a cakewalk, which is something easily done. I'm just going to use the same similar sentences, but with the replacement of a cakewalk. It's no piece of cake getting a new job during this pandemic, or it's no cakewalk getting a new job during this pandemic, or you can also say it's no piece of cake. Sorry, just pardon me for the spelling over here. It should have been piece of cake. It's no piece of cake to raise a family on one job, or it's no cakewalk to raise a family on one job. Or you can say working on Excel is a piece of cake, or working on Excel is a cakewalk. So that's how you say it. Now let's now move on to the next one, which is burn the midnight oil, which means to work late into night, as in you stay up in the night, you are finishing something, you stay up late, like 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the night. That means you are burning the midnight oil. All right. How can you use that in your statements? I had to burn the midnight oil to finish the report because I have to submit that this weekend. So I have been burning midnight oil. I have been burning midnight oil an awful lot lately because I have got a lot of work to finish and I haven't been able to catch up with my work. That's why I have been burning midnight oil an awful lot lately. Lately, as in recently. I have to submit my records by the end of this weekend, and I am only halfway through. I guess I'll have to burn the midnight oil the rest of the week. Weekend is a little 2 days away, so I am going to say it like this. I have to submit my records by the end of this weekend. I'm only halfway through. I'm not even done with it. I have only finished half of it. I guess I'll have to burn the midnight oil the rest of the week. So that's how you use the idiom burning the midnight oil. All right. Sorry, we should have added the article the over there. Next one is cost an arm and a leg, which means a very large amount of money or expensive. How can we use it in a sentence? It's like this. It's an expensive car. It will cost an arm and a leg to buy. So obviously, I'm not going to buy that. I'm going to look for a cheaper one. All right. Next one is these books are the first edition. They must have cost an arm and a leg. Let us say your friend has bought you the first edition of some novel or something, and obviously they are very costly. So how would you say that? She got it to you as a present, and you're like, These books are first edition. They must have cost you an arm and a leg. That's a surprising way of saying it. Another usage would be, that dress looks elegant and fits perfectly on me, but it will cost me an arm and a leg. Therefore, I'll have to let go of that dress. It hurts, but I can't afford it. All right? Next one is, one sec. Go and break a leg. Well, here N is and, pardon me for that, which means wishing someone good luck. Go and break a leg, which means wishing someone good luck. Now, how do you use that in your statement? You would say, "We will see you up on the stage. Don't be nervous. Break a leg." Now you are about to perform on the stage. It could be a dance, it could be a song, or any competition for that matter, or any show for that matter. So your friend or your family or somebody is actually motivating you. How would they say? "We will see you up on the stage. Don't be nervous. Break a leg." Or in another situation, "Well, get ready for the quiz tomorrow. Do well and break a leg." Well, it could be me for that matter. I could be giving you a quiz tomorrow and I've given you the information today, and I'm going to be like, "Well, guys, get ready for the quiz tomorrow. Do well, prepare well, and break a leg." That means all the best. Well, you have a stand-up show tonight to present. I know you are nervous and skeptical about it, but do your best and break a leg. Again, wishing somebody all the best is saying that break a leg. Do not take that into get into the literal meaning of it. It's not breaking anybody's leg. It means that saying good luck to someone when they're about to perform something or some show or whatever that is. Good luck, go and break a leg, or break a leg for that matter. Next, we have, okay, yeah, let the cat out of the bag. The next one that we have is let the cat out of the bag, which means reveal a secret carelessly or by mistake. It could have been on purpose or being because you were careless, or it could have been a slip of your tongue as well. So, how can you use that in your statement? Well, this is how. Now that the cat is out of the bag, we need to do something about it. Well, the secret has been out. That is, now that the cat is out of the bag, now that the secret is out, we need to do something about it. So you'd say, now that the cat is out of the bag, we need to do something about it. She let the cat out on purpose, I'm sure. Now here you are annoyed, your friend has kind of let the secret out, and you are like, she let the cat out of the bag. You can also add out of the bag, or you can just stop till here, wouldn't matter. Or you can also say, let the cat out of the bag on purpose, I'm sure. You are pretty annoyed over there when you say that. Or, I wanted it to be a surprise party, but Sally let the cat out of the bag. You were about to throw a surprise party, and one of your friends, Sally, let the secret to everybody else. So you are annoyed and you're like, I wanted it to be a surprise party, but Sally let the cat out of the bag. She shared the secret with everybody else, which is really not correct. The next idiom is don't judge a book by its cover, which means don't prejudge, as in judge before. The value of anything by its outward appearance, as in how it looks. While inside, we do not know how the actual worth of that particular thing or person is. Outward appearance could be deceiving, right? Therefore, we say, don't judge a book by its cover. She looks very happy, but you can judge a book by its cover now, can you? Well, pardon me for using you instead of you. She looks very happy, but you can't judge a book by its cover now, can you? Well, she has just recently had undergone so much of trauma, so much of pain, but then she does look happy, but you can't judge a book by its cover now, right? Or can you? Or you can also say, she sounds very confident, but again, you never know, can't judge a book by its cover. While she's about to go perform on the stage and she looks very confident, she was very nervous, though she has been preparing for it. She was very nervous last night, but then now at the moment she's very confident. But again, you never know. Can't judge a book by its cover, right? That's correct. Next one, I thought she knows nothing about politics, but after her speech, I am impressed. I guess we judged the book by its cover. Well, when you looked at her, she did not look anything like she knew so much about politics. Well, after hearing her speech, I am stumped, I am bold, or I am impressed. I think we guessed, I guess we judged the book by its cover. We thought by her outward appearance, we thought she is dumb, we thought she had no knowledge about politics, but then she knows a lot more about politics than we actually do. So we judged the book by its cover. The next one is I have bitten off more than I could chew, which means to try to do something that is too difficult for you. I have bitten off more than I could chew, which means to try to do something that is too difficult for you. Now, the usage of this thing is he bit off more than he could chew when he accepted a position that he wasn't ready for. Here, this means that you are not able to do something, but then you accept it, assuming you will be able to finish it. But then now it's quite tough to complete the task that you have accepted. So, in that particular situation, you'll be like, I have bitten off more than I could chew. Or you could say, he bit off more than he could chew when he accepted a position that he wasn't ready for. This particular situation could have been, let us say he was an assistant manager and he was still not ready to be a manager, and the job presented itself, and then he was like, fine, let me accept, let me, maybe I'll learn, maybe I'll improve myself, something. He just went ahead and he accepted the position of senior manager. Then he realized how difficult that job is, and then he realized that he is unable to manage all those responsibilities that come along with that position. So in that particular situation, we will be like he bit off more than he could chew. Next one, or the next example, is we bit off more than we could chew when we agreed to do two shows on the same night. Performing two shows on the same night, we were very confident when we first said, yes, of course, we'll do it. But then now I know the kind of practice, the kind of time, and the kind of preparation it requires. I am unable to do that. Therefore, we could say we bit off more than we could chew when we agreed to do two shows on the same night. Another usage is he is working two jobs. He is clearly biting off more than he can chew. Well, working one job itself is too much. Working two jobs is pretty much a lot. So he'll be like, he is working two jobs. He is clearly biting off more than he can chew. That's how you do that. Next one is that's not my cup of tea, or cup of tea. You can just use cup of tea, but how you use it depends. You can either say, if you say not my cup of tea, you are trying to say not like something, as in I don't like that, or not up to my preference. Or if you say it is my cup of tea, you are trying to say that it is something that I like. How can we use it in our sentences? Well, like this. Music is not my cup of tea, but my son listens to all kinds of songs. That means I don't like music a lot, but my son does. Well, spicy food isn't my cup of tea, but my tummy can digest it. Well, I don't really like spicy food. It's not my cup of tea. The reason is my tummy can't digest the spicy food. It's really spicy and it hurts. Another usage would be a lazy morning with a book in my hand and barbecue on the platter is so my cup of tea. That means I like a lazy morning when I have a novel in my hand that I would like to read, and of course, when there is barbecue on the platter with to have, and then lying on the bed is what I call my cup of tea, is what I like to do. So, something like that, when you say I like something, it's my cup of tea. When you don't like something, it's not my cup of tea. All right? Go an extra mile, as in to do more than one is required to do, or put in extra effort. That's what we mean as when we say go an extra mile. He's always ready to go an extra mile for his parents. So he is always ready to put extra effort to when it is regarding his parents. Or you can also say, I can go an extra mile if I'm assured of a fruitful result, or I am assured that it is going to be successful. If I'm pretty sure that it is going to be a successful venture, then I'm ready to go an extra mile. All right. Or let's go an extra mile if that feeds the poor. Well, if it is going to feed the poor, let us put an extra effort and let's go ahead and help them. Let's go an extra mile if that feeds the poor or helps the poor. Next one is pull yourself together, which means to get control of your emotions and actions, which means pull yourself together. The usage could go on like this. We understand she lost her husband, but she has to pull herself together for her kids' sake. Now, this is a tough situation. The lady has lost her husband and she is really down. She is really crying all the time. But we understand she lost her husband, but she has to pull herself together for her kids' sake because there is a kid who is dependent on the mother. All right? Next is I found it very hard to pull myself together after the accident. Well, if there is an accident, obviously after the accident, most anybody who is, for that matter, can go into depression. So in that particular situation, you can say, I found it very hard to pull myself together after the accident. Next one is it was a traumatic situation, but he pulled himself together and still saved the child. He pulled himself together and then he saved the child. Next one is cut some slack here. Excuse me, which means to not judge someone as severely as you usually would because they are having problems at the present time. As in, the problem, the person is not performing well or he is not being what the usual he is, and you are judging the person or reprimanding someone or commenting too harshly about that person too soon. And then in that particular situation, you could be like cut some slack here. Let's see the usages of that. That is the first one. He's still asleep. Are you serious? It's 10 a.m. Well, let us say your father sees you sleeping. You are still asleep. It is 10 o'clock in the morning. And your father is like, he is still asleep. Are you serious? It's 10 a.m. and he is still sleeping? That's not okay. And the mother would be like, oh, please, cut him some slack. He was burning the midnight oil on his project. Well, your mother comes to your rescue and she says, oh, please cut him some slack. He was burning the midnight oil. Remember the idiom burning the midnight oil? Well, you're staying up late night, assuming you stayed up till 3 o'clock in the night and your father sees you sleeping in the morning at 10 a.m. and your mother comes to your rescue and she says, oh, please cut him some slack. He was burning the midnight oil on his project. Or he is late, an awful lot late for work these days. Sorry, he is, let's eliminate this late over here. He is an awful lot late for work these days. I think I will give him a warning. Now, assuming you are working a job and you have been late a lot lately, and then your manager would be like, he is an awful lot late for work these days. I think I will give him a warning. And then one of your colleagues will come to your rescue by saying, oh, please cut him some slack. His wife just had a baby, and obviously he needs to be around his wife and baby a little lot than what he is supposed to be. So please cut him some slack there, will you? And the other situation would be he is late on his submissions despite the warnings. Assuming this is your teacher who has already warned you several number of times and you haven't submitted, and then the teacher would be like, he is a lot late on his submissions despite the warnings. Probably two colleagues or two teachers are discussing about a student. Here, the other colleague would, or the other teacher would come to your rescue stating, he is recovering from his accident. I think we can cut him some slack. So here, the other teacher is helping you or telling the other teacher that we can cut him some slack. All right. Now let's call it a day, shall we? Well, the meaning of this idiom is let's stop or end it now or bring to an end. Well, how can you use that? It's time to call it a day as I'm out of idioms. Well, now I'm about to end this video and I'm going to say, like, it's time to call it a day as I'm out of idioms. I'll meet you again tomorrow. All right? It's about time she calls it a day. The job, that job hasn't helped her in any way. It's about time she stops or she quits her job. She quits her job because that job hasn't helped her in any way. Or I am very tired. I'm calling it a day now. I can't take this stress anymore. So let us assume you've been working a lot and then you're like, oh my God, I cannot continue like this. I need to stop. And I am calling it a day. I'm stopping it right away. I am calling it a day now. Can't take the stress anymore. So that's how you say it. And let me call it a day as well. Well, you can subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and do make sure that you are liking and make sure you're sharing this video as well, and make sure you are using these idioms in your conversation. And of course, do not forget to use my code TA01. Having said that, thank you very much for watching this video. Have a good day, all of you. Bye bye.